Vice President Ghanshyam Singh has been granted bail by Sessions Court. He was in Taloja jail for weeks. Ghanshyam Singh was arrested around 7:30 in the morning on November 10th from his house in the fake TRP case. In fact, today when the order was being pronounced, just before that, Mumbai police yet again tried their tactics of dealing this entire matter, where they requested the court to extend the judicial custody on the ground that the test identification parade of Ghanshyam Singh wasn't completed. This request of the Mumbai police was rejected by the court. There have been certain conditions that have been put forth. We're now being told that perhaps it's going to take a little bit more time as the formalities haven't been completed. We'll try and go across to my colleague Priyanka and Anuj, who's joining us live from outside Taloja jail. Let me come to you first, Priyanka. Walk us through what's actually happening. What's the status of the formalities that were underway for a while now?
Well, absolutely, Shravan. It is taking a little longer than expected. Of course, the formalities are going on. The bail has already been given by the court, granted by the court, but the release memo has also come out. But it's taking a little longer, and the picture will actually be clear in probably half an hour from now as to when Ghanshyam Singh will be released from Taloja jail, outside which we're reporting from. But let's talk about this case particularly of where Ghanshyam Singh had been taken into custody. And of course, the FIR that has been talked about in the fake TRP scam, where Republic TV had not even been mentioned in the FIR, but even then there were pressure tactics by the entire Maharashtra government machinery to implicate Republic TV somehow in this entire matter. Of course, officials have said and made statements claiming that they wanted to take custody of Ghanshyam Singh to interrogate him about the links of the distribution network as well in regards to the fake TRP scam. However, there have been, of course, a very clear political agenda in this entire case to implicate Republic TV, and which is why Ghanshyam Singh had also been taken into custody. Of course, it's taking a little longer. This has been 25 days in judicial custody that Ghanshyam Singh has spent inside of this Taloja jail. But today he has been given bail. But of course, the formalities are taking a little longer than expected, and the picture will be clear in probably half an hour from now as to when he will be walking out of Taloja jail. But talking about this case, of course, earlier as well, we had been talking about this, that there had been a clear political vendetta in this entire case to implicate Republic TV, even after there had been several concrete statements and proofs, of course, that had said that this seems to be an agenda to actually implicate us, when the name of Republic TV or Republic Media Network or Republic Bharat, none of that had been mentioned in the first FIR that we have been talking about in this case. But talking about Ghanshyam Singh, he has been languishing in judicial custody since 25 days and inside this Taloja jail. And today he was going to be released. And of course, it's going to be clear in probably a few minutes from now as to when the formalities will be completed and he will be walking out of this particular premises of Taloja jail.
Let me also get a quick word from Anuj, who's joining us from outside Taloja jail. Anuj, we've essentially seen how Ghanshyam Singh all this while has also been cooperating with the police. The summons that were basically sent out, and thereafter he had presented himself before the Mumbai police's crime branch. But despite that, what we have essentially witnessed is that they're continuing with their witch hunt by arresting Ghanshyam Singh, and he's after all spent about 25 days languishing in the jail.
Oh, well, exactly. This was 10th of November at 7:40 a.m. when he was arrested from his residence. Earlier, this was even not told that from where Ghanshyam Singh has been arrested. And as you pointed it out very rightly, that we are the one, Ghanshyam being one of them, whosoever has been called by the Mumbai police, who was cooperating with the investigation, with the agencies, with the police. So after that also, as you are also mentioning the same, that this is the witch hunt which could be clearly seen. Because if we talk about this particular case, the fake TRP case, then we have to keep in mind the statement that has been given by BAC, the things which have been made clear by BAC. There was a press conference which was organized by the Mumbai police, and it was when the name of Republic Media Network was not even there in that very FIR which was named by the Mumbai police in that very press conference. After that, we also have to keep in mind the Hansa report thing, that how they were pressurized, and we cannot forget the Op India sting operation where it was clear that how this is again a tactic. And if we talk about today, then when we are talking about the formalities, then too we have to keep in mind this was again an attempt by the council, by the police over there to extend the judicial custody. But finally, the bail has been granted. This is 25 days now today.
Well, Anuj, sorry to interrupt you, but we're just getting in some breaking news. The update as far as Ghanshyam Singh is concerned, now through our legal team, we're getting to know that Ghanshyam Singh would finally be released tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. There appears to be a delay as far as the formalities are concerned, and as far as the jail manual rules are concerned, after sunset, release of the person perhaps also is put on hold. We'll try and also bring in our executive editor, legal Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj, on this broadcast to break it down for our viewers. In fact, we've seen how people of this country have been with us, have been with Republic Media Network, trying to find out every possible detail of people who've been in the jail, who've been languishing in the jail. In fact, as far as Ghanshyam is concerned, there have been several people who've been concerned about how he's been treated and what was his condition inside the jail. Those were the concerns that even the people of this country had. Let me try and go across to my colleague Priyanka, who's joining us from outside Taloja. Unfortunate, Priyanka, but perhaps Ghanshyam will have to spend another night in the Taloja jail. We're getting a confirmation now from the legal team that he would be released only around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, of course, there had been formalities that had been going on since the bail order had been given by the court, of course. And of course, the release memo had also been given to this jail authorities as well. But of course, it is a long process. It takes a lot of time. And like you rightly said, after sunset, after sundown, there had been some rules and regulations as to who can be released from here. So from now we're being told by the legal team as well, as you rightly pointed out, that Ghanshyam Singh will be released from Taloja jail tomorrow at 9 a.m. This is, of course, a delay in the formalities. This is just a procedural delay. The bail has been granted to him on certain conditions. A bail bond of 50,000 has been given. And of course, the conditions have also been that he will have to be present at the crime branch in Kandivali here in Mumbai on Monday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. through the course of this entire hearing that is going on. But of course, all hope is still there that tomorrow, 9 a.m., Ghanshyam Singh will be walking out of this premises of Taloja jail.
Well, thank you very much, Priyanka, as well as Anuj, for getting us the latest from outside Taloja jail. This is the latest that we are picking up. Ghanshyam Singh, who was granted bail around 12 o'clock this afternoon, will now finally be released around 9 o'clock in the morning. The reason is still not known. As far as these formalities are concerned, that perhaps has taken much more time, and the jail authorities have also been citing the fact that perhaps after sunset, they would not be releasing anyone from the jail. Thank you very much, Anuj and Priyanka.